obviously in business and in life, there's a lot of close calls. So can you think of some of the challenges and close calls that you've had from starting this entrepreneurial venture?
Yeah, there's quite a few. I think the most obvious for most of us right now is just coming through COVID. That was tough, and it's been business has been different since. It's consumer behavior is different. Everything's been different. So I think that's been a big challenge. And then you look at interest rates and inflation lately has made it tough to make money. And you can't pass all that through to the customer. It just at least in our industry, you got to be mindful of that. So just being flexible and paying attention and being willing. For us, it's nice because I'm willing to try things. We were talking about we're doing some cool new discounts through some flash sales and everything. We did a President's Day discount.
Oh, nice.
That was cool. First time we've done that, and it worked out well for us. As far as exceeded my expectations. So we're we're doing another sale on the 29th. We're doing a 29% off for a leap year discount.
Oh, nice. Oh, there's a leap year. Yeah.
Trying some fun stuff. So it's just I think when you have those close calls, you got to ask yourself, okay, what do I need to do differently, and determine, okay, do I need to stop racing? Do I need to stop golfing? Okay, you land one of those shots landed a couple inches from the water. Do you keep going, or what do you do?
Right.
So we've
persevered through COVID, which would have been hard for the entertainment industry for sure. So
and we made don't get me wrong, COVID caused some good things to happen to us.
Okay, walk us through.
We the adrenaline pass. So what we sell now is a 2-hour pass.
Yep.
That came out. Mike DeWine helped me come up with that.
Oh wow!
Nice. Not actually, but when he was lifting COVID restrictions, the first one.
Because it was only a certain amount of time.
Well, it was the businesses weren't allowed to open, but leagues and stuff like that were. So we said, okay, I got to open. We've got too many bills that have to get paid. Okay, what do we do? So we opened and we started doing 2-hour windows. That was a league. So for $50, you came and you raced in that league there. Then we cleaned the park and we did another league. Well, lo and behold, that led us to what we do now, which is the adrenaline pass. So it's taking some lemonades and making some or taking some lemons and making lemonade out of it.
But that's awesome. I mean, that's a great way to pivot, right? Because you could have just said, well, that doesn't fit to us. We don't have a league, or we don't have this, and just kind of took your lumps and stayed closed. But you got innovative and you said, hey, how can we fit the bill and work within the constraints that we've been given, and still give our patrons what they want and allow them to go out there and ultimately help us keep our business afloat, but also help them get what they need. So I love it. What about in the racing world? What's some close calls you had besides trying to knock off a wooden fishtail?
We just over the years, it's been a lot of close races. I think the year I was racing with OVK out there and the year I won my championship, it was close, and the guy in second place. We had a lot of good races and really like racing with those, and I've been up in the air in a go-kart. Not supposed to be. You're supposed to keep them down on the ground, but
how'd that happen?
We had, so we're out there. The guy chasing me in points was behind me. We were behind a slower. We got caught up to another driver in another class on the first lap, and I lifted to have a little patience, because in racing sometimes patience is good, sometimes it's not.
Right.
Lap one, it's good to be patient. So the other driver decided to not be patient and he cut through and tried to make a pass that wasn't there. His rear wheel hit my front wheel, and we're probably doing 40 miles an hour at the time. And when you do that, the wheels touch. It threw me, my big fat ass, and I've lost some weight since then. So
there you go, look good.
But about 500 pounds with cart driver up in the air. And ended up coming down on top of him, and I put my front wheel in his seat, so he was slumped over like that. So fortunately, everyone was good there, and
everybody made it out.
At that point, our race was done. It was the third race of the day, and so we were in a tie situation. So we're standing out there, me and him talking, and I realized this, and I go, if I can get my cart down and just cross the start-finish line, because this is lap one, I don't know who finished ahead of who right now. And so I'm out there trying to figure out how to get my cart started, because I was using at the time something to jump it with, and then couldn't find that, and I'm talking to the guy. His name's Don. I said, "Hey, Don, how are we going to decide this? You want to race to the start-finish line?" Because he's a couple years older than me. He just said, "Nope, you won." So we had a good time, and we didn't have to decide who won. So I won that day, by the way.
Try to race a man.
You ready?
Yeah. You just had knee surgery, right? You want to race?
Well, I was going to give him the kick. He said, "Go, okay, kick."
Say, all right, Don. There you go. I love it, man. That's awesome. So good.
So is that one of your most memorable race moments, or?
Yeah, that's one I think back to that. That's probably the I don't go off the ground too often in a go-kart. So that was it. But on the track that was good. Gingerman up there racing in the Lemons race had a lot of really good. We ended, our clutch went out on the car.
Oh wow!
So we're out
you
there.
You need that to shift gears.
We do, and unfortunately, the day before, one of our drivers decided to go from fifth gear. He was trying to downshift and tried to throw it in first. So okay, we're out there racing, and towards the end of that first day, going down the straightaway, and all of a sudden the car dropped out of gear.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting here going, did I knock it? Going through, okay, maybe it was me, and realized, hey, the clutch is going bad. So calling on the radio, said, hey guys, we're losing the clutch. We got 4 drivers. We've got none of us are mechanics though. So I call into the back to the pits. They start jumping online to find a clutch. Yeah. Okay, we're like, we got tonight. We can replace the clutch. So we're out there driving. I go into a turn and I'm having a good race with the guy, and I'm having a lot of fun racing with him. And I go into the turn. I'm out braking him, and then we go into the turn. Side by side like this, I'm pulling ahead of him, and then the car jumps out of gear and lurches to the outside. And I'm sitting here, I felt terrible because I'm like, I'm gonna take him out. I'm gonna knock him off the track and everything. Yeah. I got lucky because he just said, it's not worth the fight. So he dropped behind me right before I dropped out of gear, so I didn't sideswipe him. Wow. And then of course afterwards I got to do the shameful.
I'm sorry.
Hey man, I'm stupid. Go ahead. And I point him by, and then so I let him by, and then I'm like going. The competitive Aaron kicked in, and I'm like, okay, wait. Now I throw it back in gear, and I'm driving with one hand, holding the car in gear with one. So I finished my stint, and the next driver made it 3 laps, and we lost our clutch. He did coast all the way around the track and get back to our pits without having to push in, which was good.
That's pretty impressive.
And then we after they called the race for the day, we drove 2 hours north, got a clutch, 2 hours back, spent 5 hours taking we were using a YouTube video, and the guy called it a transmission. So he's explaining how to pull a transmission out of a Nissan Sentra SER.
Is that really somebody you want to listen to about doing a transmission?
We a bunch of non-mechanics. So we spent all this time pulling up, and then we're finally going, okay, how many bolts are there to drop this thing? And I think it's 28 or something. Okay. It's freezing cold. Ooh. We got all these guys over hanging out drinking beers, watching us work. We set up tent. We got a couple heaters in there, and no one's telling us what to do because we're not asking. We dropped the transmission. Said, all right, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Let's go sleep for 2 hours. Yeah. The next morning, we woke up, threw the transmission in the back of the car, pushed the car in the trailer, and got off the pit road before they started the race because we're like, we're just not going to get this done. But it was a good time, and the guy that almost clubbed and knocked off the track, I actually talked to him. We had a good time. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love it, man. It just seems like you got some hobbies that are just great. I mean, business world, racing, all the club, the karting club, and obviously golf. And so you got a lot of good habits or hobbies where you're meeting great people. It sounds like.
Yeah. And was there anything you implemented at Full Throttle that made you get that excited idea you came up with that helped boosted the business? Was there anything besides before COVID, back in the earlier days, that idea that just sparked?
I mean, Axoring was a big thing for us. Yeah. You know, when we opened, we were a karting place. And Joe and I, with my original partner and I, we were dedicated. We were a racing place. Yeah. This is where we took. Yeah. It was all about the racing. Over the years, you start to look and go, okay, you got a lot of people that love racing and will come out and do it. And we had a good customer base, but there's only so much business you're going to get off one dimension. Yeah. And the problem is, you like racing, but does your wife like racing? Does your kids like it? So we added Axoring, and a good buddy of mine, a guy named Justin Lewis out of Louisville, called me up. He said, hey, I'm going to put in Axoring. And my answer was, you're an idiot, sorry.
No, you're good. But
I'm like, you're an idiot. Don't do that. Well, he's telling me I'm going to do it. So that night, me and my one of my partners went out and did it. Next day, we started doing it.
You tried it first, and then you're like, this is fun.
We went and did
so
it.
let's add this to our business. Okay.
I can put this in for. I can put this in. But that right there, going from a single dimension, a go-kart track, to now more of an entertainment place, was a big epiphany for us.
Yeah.
And then
now you got virtual reality in there.
Yep.
You got paintball in there.
Yep.
You got food.
We got the rage room.
Chicken wings are good, or chicken tenders are good.
Yeah.
The rage room.
Paintball.
Paintball.
Yep.
Yep. And here's the thing: the rage room. One of our guys said, "Hey, you need to do this." I thought, "Oh, that's a terrible idea." Then I went, because I said it's a terrible idea, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at it. So because when I was researching the business, people are going, "Wait a minute, you're going to leave a six-figure job where you're going up. You're on the right path.
Right.
You're going to leave a six-figure job and start a go-kart track." you
That sounds a little weird.
When people go, "What do you do?" "Oh, I own a go-kart." A go-kart track, and they're looking outside for like the Yugo or something. You know?
They're like, "No, what's your other job? What's your other
Yeah, exactly. You know, so it's one of those things, and you just we're.
But now you stand here, successfully owner of seven locations with more to come. It sounds like.
Yeah.
So.
And his brother just took his wife to go axe throwing because she really wanted to go axe throwing.
Yeah.
And without them even knowing that
Full throttle adrenaline part, baby. Yep. So that was exactly where we said, we were like, look, because we had just went there and did the cars, where he's lying about beating us, but we ain't gonna get into all that. So we had went there, and then we did the axe throwing as well. And we did that, had the food, great. The location was. We didn't get to try the virtual reality, and I ain't want to mess up his little pretty face with the paintball because. But no, so we definitely need to go back and just experience some of those for sure.
And we got some new activities coming out this year. And we're Cincinnati will be getting a new activity probably middle of March, late March.
Can you tell us what it is yet? Or
you get a team of anywhere from 2 to 6 people.
Okay.
And you've got 10 minutes to go, and we put you in a room, and you have to disarm a bomb before it blows up.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
that's escape room extreme right there.
And so we've got 8 different challenges, escape room type challenges that our team have designed and built and put it together. So it's called Detonate. And if you don't, finish,
all right, what happens?
It detonates.
Oh, yeah. So we got like silly putty. What we got sprayed up. All right, TBD. Hey, you know what? We gonna do it. We gonna disarm it. So we ain't gonna find out.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And there's a button on there. If you disarm it, and you still want to see it detonate. We just hit a button because everyone wants to.
You gotta experience it. You gotta experience it.
So.
That's really cool, man. I love what you guys are doing, and I can't wait to go experience it. You said mid-March?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, SD Nation, we here with Aaron Banfield. He likes to drive fast. He's the owner of Full Throttle. We're gonna ask him some rapid fire questions to see how many balls he can put in the hole at the same time. Let's see how it goes.
All right, you got 60 seconds. Ready, set, go.
What is your favorite racing movie?
Days of Thunder.
Nice. Kyle Busch or Denny Hamlin?
Denny Hamlin.
What are you listening to before you race?
Myself. Turn the music off. Listen to myself.
Listen to your thoughts.
All right, so you from West Palm, so you are the perfect person to ask this. Skyline or Gold Star?
What is it?
Skyline or Gold Star? Oh, okay. Are you a Ford man or a Chevy?
Chevy.
All right, I know you from Florida, so would you go with Dan Marino or would you go with John Elway?
Dan Marino.
If you could be gifted any vehicle, what would it be?
15 seconds.
2006 Ford GT with the Hefner twin turbo.
Nice. All right. What do you believe, if you could only choose one, what is the most important trait to being successful?
Integrity.
All right. You're a Mount Rushmore of races.
What's
so
that?
your top 4 races.
Time.
Top 4 races. I have no idea.
Of all time.
What'd I do? How'd I do?
1, 2, 3, 3.
I think he kicked a few out. Because that bucket, that
it might have been 4. It was 4.
I need a video replay. Where's the red flag?
Throw the challenge replay, like on those commercials. So.
The great commercials.
You did good, actually. You did much better than our actual golfers.
You did, actually.
You did much better than actual golfers.
I just figured, well, if I don't know the answer, make one up real quick.
There you go. I like it. So.
During Mikey, he didn't make one.
No, we gave him a charity one. He made one off camera. So
the putts. I thought you were answering the question.
No. The putts. He literally, So. But no, man, thank you so much for your time out here today. And so as we wrap up, we got a couple more questions we'd like to ask you. And, you know, obviously you just were married recently, last October, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But we know being an entrepreneur takes a lot of time, energy, and commitment. So talk us through us a little bit about that work-life balance.
Yeah, I think my situation is a little different than a lot because I'm lucky my wife works for me.
Oh, nice.
You know,
nice.
so she worked for me for years before we ever had any kind of relationship. But so we've got a lot of time there. I think it's, you know, work-life balance is really important to pay attention to. I've got two wonderful daughters, 13 and 15. Taking the time to spend with that, you know, I work a lot. You know, we call it monkey mind. The mind does not stop. So there's times you're doing there, but I involve my family in it, the conversation. You know, but I also make time to do things that are important, like today, picking my daughter up at 3 o'clock to, you know, so I take time out of work to make sure I do that. I think if you can find the work-life balance, I think it used to be, hey, you had to be home at a certain time, but no, I think nowadays, just have that flexibility. I include my kids and my family in the business when we're talking about what we're doing, and it's a great learning experience, and it's just part of who we are.
Yeah.
So.
All right, as we wrap up, can you give any advice to future entrepreneurs or somebody looking to start a business as you did?
Yeah, you know, believe in yourself. People are capable of doing a whole lot more than they think they are. And then do your research. It's really fun to get a new idea for a business. That happens to me. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've got several other businesses. But get that idea and flush it out. Ask the questions and think through it. Take your time. Find friends that you can talk to and say, hey, I want to start a business doing this. This is what I want to do. And don't just have that end goal. Say, what are all the steps in between? And make sure it's something that you believe in. If you're not passionate, don't do it. You know, you've got to eat, drink, and live, sleep it. You know, it's got to be in your DNA. Otherwise, to be successful in businesses, in most business, not all, you've got to have that passion. If you don't have that passion, you know, you can put me in, you give me a really good business idea. If I'm not passionate about it, I'm probably not going to succeed. You give me an okay business idea that I'm passionate about, like go-karting. I mean, the reality is, I know more people that have failed in this industry than have been successful. But I'm passionate about it. I'm excited about it. So when problems come up, it's not really a problem. It's just a challenge that and I'm motivated to solve it. So if you have that motivation, that passion, you're more likely going to find a way to be successful.
Yeah, I definitely like that outlook. And again, thank you so much for coming. And we appreciate you.
It was great. I appreciate it.
Had a lot of fun.
Good to know you. Yeah. We can't wait to get back to Full Throttle. So this time I'm gonna record the times. I'm gonna take pictures.
I got all
everybody
that.
Gonna
I have
see
all that. You want to pull the laptops up?
Yeah, look, so that we can see who really won. But we got to check out the new part that's coming in with the bomb detonation. Really excited about that. We'll work together for once because normally I like whooping on him, but now I got to work with him. So, but yeah, absolutely been a pleasure. Love it, and continued success to you and your entrepreneurship.
Great time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Man. Take care.